Aereo.
Are you surprised by the ruling?
I'm not, and I think
of course you're going to say that, by the way.
Oh, you should read all our research. We've been all over it. But I think that the TV stocks, some of the TV stocks that Alex mentioned, like Sinclair, they're down 20. They were down 20 to 30% just this year, primarily on this Aereo concern. So it was a really big concern for investors. We're seeing it pop back, the stocks pop back here, but there was a lot of uncertainty here because retransmission fees have really become the lifeblood, if you will, of the TV business. I mean, it used to be just they had to depend upon advertising. Now they actually have a second revenue stream where they're getting paid by the cable companies, and that's really been a lifeblood for the sector. It's driven M&A in 2013, so it's been a really big issue.
Long term, clearly the stocks are reacting, but what does this mean long term? Does this mean that because Aereo isn't going to be the first and probably won't be the last company to try and disrupt the broadcasting model, do you believe that, we haven't read the ruling yet, but just in principle, does it insulate broadcasting from attacks like Aereo?
Yeah, what I think this ruling does, and again, it seems it's 6-3, as you mentioned, it's fairly sweeping. I think the issue is it just reaffirms the value of the copyright of the local broadcast, and at the end of the day, that is the primary asset of a local broadcast station, the value of their signal and their ability to get paid either through advertising or through retransmission fees. So I think this ruling just once and for all just kind of validated the copyright value.
Eric, you sat down with Barry Diller, what was it, 2 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say to you? What was if this was the ruling,
he said it was life and death. He said it was life and death. So this is death.
This is death, and the CEO of Aereo said basically there is no plan B here. So, there really is no other business model here. And I think, what Barry Diller was trying to do here was to simply thread a very, very narrow loophole that he thought he saw in the copyright law, and clearly the Supreme Court said no.
Well, if you're Barry Diller, it's not an expensive trade.
No. He likes, this is typical Barry Diller. He likes to disrupt everything, whether it's broadcast television 25 years ago with the Fox network or whether it's with home shopping or any of those types of things. So this was just another example of Barry Diller saying, he thought he could be a disruptor, maybe, shake up the world a little bit in terms of broadcasting.
Let's actually bring that in. Eric, as we said, spoke to him just 2 months ago. I mean, for Barry, why not take a long shot? He's got a lot of dough. Take a look.
It's very possible that there's some salvage, but Aereo would probably, as I say probably just because I can't see any path forward, it probably would not be able to continue in business.